Hello students and welcome to section 3 of quadratic equations. In this section we'll be doing question number 3, question number 4, question number 5 and question number 6 with some questions for you as homework that are out of the textbook. So without wasting any time, we have question number 3, sub question 1. Now in this particular practice set I won't be solving all the questions. I'll be leaving some out for you and you have to complete them in your classwork copies. So starting with sub question 1, I have 2y is equals to 10 minus y square. Now the question states that write the following equations in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. So first of all, my purpose is to bring this equation in the standard form. So whenever we try to bring any equation in standard form, what we try to do is that the term which has a degree 2, its coefficient should be positive. So in this case, as we can see, the term with the power degree 2, with the degree 2 has a negative coefficient. So I'll move that from the right hand side to the left hand side. So y square goes to the left hand side, the sign changes. Then we are left with plus 2y is equals to 10. And now in the next step, we have y square plus 2y. 10 comes on the left hand side. This becomes minus 10, which is equals to 0. Now I have to compare this same equation to the standard form. So my standard form is a. Here the unknown variable is y. So I'll write y square plus b. Again, the unknown variable is y. And this is plus c, which is equals to 0. So all I need to do is make sure that my coefficients are compared correctly with my current equation. So here I have ay square is equals to y square. This is my given equation and this is my standard equation. So ay square is equals to y square cancels. This becomes a is equals to 1. Now by is equals to 2y. Again y and y cancels. That means b is equals to 2. And then I am left with c is equals to minus 10, which implies c is equals to minus 10. So this is my solution for this sub question. Now once we have done this, we'll take out some random questions. I'll choose sub question 6. So here we have sub question 6. The question says x square minus 9 is equals to 13. Now here the term with the degree 2 is already positive, so I do not need to move it. So I'll keep x square as it is. Minus 9, 13 moves to the left hand side. This is minus 13. This is equals to 0. One more point before we move further ahead. Whenever we try to bring any equation to a standard form, make sure that you bring all the terms to the left hand side or the right hand side, and the other side of the equation must have a 0. There should be no other term on the side that has a 0 in it. So now moving further ahead, now once I compare this to ax square plus bx plus c, I have to completely solve this equation. I have x square minus 9 and minus 13 is minus 22 is equals to 0. So now this is x square minus 22 is equals to 0. There is no term with bx, so I can say that ax square is equals to x square. X square cancels. This means a is equals to 1, and I have bx is equals to 0, which implies b is equals to 0. As we don't know what x is, so we have to assume b is 0. And then we have c is equals to minus 22, which implies c is equals to minus 22. So this is my solution for sub question 6. Now, moving on to our next sub question, I'll do sub question 2. And remember, anytime you solve any question, as long as your procedure is correct, you cannot make any mistake no matter how many times you solve it. So I have x minus 1 whole square is equals to 2x plus 3. Now this equation is not in the standard form, so again I have to expand the bracket on the left hand side and move every term that there is to one side so that I have 0 on the opposite side. So in this case I'll be moving this particular term to the left hand side. So first I need to expand the bracket on left hand side. As we all know, a minus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So here I have x minus 1 whole square, so I get x square plus 1 minus 2x is equals to 2x plus 3. Now bringing all terms to the left hand side, I have x square plus 1 minus 2x plus 2x from the right hand side comes to the left hand side. This becomes minus 2x again, and plus 3 comes to the left hand side. This becomes minus 3, which is equals to 0. So I have an equation x square minus 4x minus 2 is equals to 0. Comparing this to our standard equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So ax square is equals to x square, x square cancels. I have a is equals to 1. Then I have minus 4x is equals to bx, x cancels again. So I have b is equals to minus 4 and I have c is equals to minus 2. So this is my solution for sub question 2. Now the remaining questions are for you to solve. I'll write them down here. You will have an image of this particular page after the lecture ends so that anybody who does not have a textbook can also solve. Now moving on to our question number 4. Now this question says that determine whether the values given against each of the quadratic equation are roots of the equation. So this question is similar to the one we did in the previous section. I'll be solving sub question 1 just to be sure for those who could not understand any points in the previous section. So here we have x square plus 4x minus 5 is equals to 0. I have two values for x. The first one is x is equals to 1 and the second one is x is equals to minus 1. Now, so for first case, I'll put x is equals to 1. This implies 1 whole square plus 4 into 1 minus 5. 1 square is 1, 4 into 1 is 4, and this is minus 5. 1 plus 4 minus 5 is equals to 0. So yes, x is equals to 1 is a root for the given equation. Now similarly, I have to substitute x is equals to minus 1. So this implies minus 1 whole square plus 4 into minus 1 minus 5. This is minus 1 whole square is 1 plus 4 into minus 1 is minus 4. This is minus 5. So this implies plus minus becomes minus. This is 1 minus 4 minus 5. This becomes equals to minus 8. So as you can see, now the solution is not 0. So x is equals to minus 1 is not a root of the given equation. Now we have completed question number 4, sub question 1. Sub question 2 will be for you to complete in your classwork copies. Moving on to question number 5. Question number 5 states that find k if x is equals to 3 is a root of the equation kx square minus 10x plus 3. We did a similar problem yesterday out of the textbook, and you have an activity in the textbook. So this question should be easy for all of you to solve. Hence, I won't be solving it. This is for you to complete once again. Now, back to our question number 6. Question number 6 states that one of the roots of the equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equals to 0 is minus 7 by 5. So first of all, whenever I start solving, always write down what is given. So I am given with equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equals to 0, and I know that one root is minus 7 by 5. I have to find the value of k. Now, as we can see, this is an activity question. I'll be highlighting anything that is in the box by red so that it is easy for you to understand. Now, from the first sentence, solution, minus 7 by 5 is a root of quadratic equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equals to 0. Now, we have to put m is equals to minus 7 by 5 in the equation. So here I'll have 5 into, now here we are substituting m is equals to minus 7 by 5, so this is minus 7 by 5 bracket. Now this is squared plus 2 into minus 7 by 5 plus k is equals to 0. So before we write down the next line, we need to first expand this. So 5 into minus 7 square is minus 7 into minus 7. Minus into minus is plus, and 7 into 7 is 49. So I have plus 49 in the numerator and 25 in the denominator. Or we can write this as 5 times 5. 5 square can be written as 5 times 5. And 1 5 can cancel with the one in the same terms numerator. Now plus 2 into minus 7 by 5. So instead of writing this again, we'll just multiply 2 and minus 7. That becomes minus 14 by 5. So this is minus 14 divided by 5 plus k is equals to 0. Now everything except k goes to the other side so that we can find the value for k. So before we move it there, we have to write down our sentence. So here we have 49 by 5. Now plus minus becomes minus, but in the question it says a sign plus, so plus remains here, and we have to write this as a bracket because there is a minus sign inside it. So this is minus 14 by 5 plus k is equals to 0, and then in the next step we get 49 by 5. Now plus minus becomes minus, so 49 minus 14, and we have common denominator, so I can write this denominator here as 5 plus k is equals to 0. So 49 minus 14 is 35. 35 by 5. This is an empty box in your textbooks. So this is 35 divided by 5 plus k is equals to 0. 35 divided by 5 is 7 plus k is equals to 0. So this implies k is equals to minus 7. And this is your solution. 35 by 5 and 7 both are the same values. You can write them both in your empty box that is given. It does not change the answer. Just make sure whenever you complete the solution, do not skip any steps. Make sure every step is mentioned so the examiner does not get confused in order to whenever he checks your solution. Now all the practice set problems are done. The problems that are not done will be written now down, and these will be given as your homework. This section will end now. Thank you.